Hello everybody, welcome to the Truth Seekers channel. Today I want to talk about the Anunnaki. Who were the Anunnaki? Who are the Anunnaki? In the Wikipedia, Anunnaki means the Anunnaki, also called Anunnaki, Anunna, Ananaki, or other variations, are a group of deities that appear in the mythological traditions of the ancient Sumerians, Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians. Descriptions of how many Anunnaki there were and what roles they fulfilled are inconsistent and often contradictory. In the earliest Sumerian writings about them, which come from the post-Akkadian period, the Anunnaki are the most powerful deities in the pantheon. Pantheon means all the gods of a people or religion collectively. Descendants of An, the god of the heavens, and their primary function is to decree the fates of humanity. An or Anu is the divine personification of the sky, supreme god and ancestor of all the deities in ancient Mesopotamian religion. Anu was believed to be the supreme source of all authority for the other gods and for all mortal rulers. And he is described in one text as the one who contains the entire universe. Wow. Time and fate deities are personifications of time, often in the sense of human lifetime and human fate. Time can still be personified like Father Time. Okay, Inanna. Inanna is ancient Mesopotamian goddess. So you have a lot of these Anunnaki gods, but they don't know how many there were. Okay, that's what Wikipedia said. You can look it up for yourself, see what, and read more about it, and see what it says. The name Anunnaki is derived from An, Sumerian god of the sky. The name is variously written Anunna, Anunaki, meaning princely offspring or offspring of An. That brings us to the Anunaki.org website. They call it the Anunaki are those of royal blood. The Anunaki are believed to be immortal gods that inhabited the earth during the ancient Sumerian time in Mesopotamia. The Sumerian civilization developed on the Persian Gulf, growing to strength at around 4000 to 3000 before Christ. The plain of the Land of Shinar is the territory which after 2000 BC became called Babylon. The Greeks named the region Mesopotamia, the land between two rivers, most of which lies in the modern state of Iraq. The first recorded civilization of mankind, and they were advanced with currency, astronomy, and farming. The exact origins of the Sumerians are unknown. Alright, let's see what the aliens.fandom.com says about Anunaki. They, meaning the offspring of Anu, are a group of entities that were deified by various cultures in Mesopotamia. The Anunnaki are a major study in the ancient aliens hypothesis. Children of God. In the ancient Mesopotamians, their supreme god was known as Anu. His children were called Anunna. The Akkadian added ki, meaning earth, under or under. As with many preceding cultures, the first letter in a culture alphabet often represented their supreme god, as seen with the letter Aleph. Okay, let's see about the ancient Mesopotamian gods and goddesses. The Uruk Museum. The term Anunna indicates a group of gods in the Mesopotamian pantheon. Later on, it is sometimes used to describe the underworld gods, as opposed to the gods of heaven, the Igigi, or the Igigi. A recent and comprehensive study of the term Anunna is still lacking. Such a study is made more difficult by the term having slightly different meanings in different time periods. In the Sumerian textual corpus, Anunna, Akkadian, Anunnaki, Anunnaku describes the highest gods in the Mesopotamian pantheon, but it can also be used to indicate the pantheon of a particular city or city-state, such as the Anunna of Eridu or the Anunna of Lagash. It is not clear how many gods and which particular gods this term includes. One text speaks of 50 Anunna or Eridu. 50. One text speaks of 50. Alright, let's see what the universe inside you says. According to the Sumerian tablets, 445,000 years ago, creator gods, as they call it, came to Earth. The only inhabitants of the earth were wild and undomesticated animals, an early ancestor of man. They were called the Anunnaki, which mean those who from heaven to earth came. These beings inhabited a distant orbiting planet called Nibiru, which only entered our solar system every 3,600 years. They describe Nibiru as many times the diameter of Earth's, and abundant with iron oxide, making its rivers and lakes appear red. A side note about Nibiru: according to the tablets, Nibiru's atmosphere began to deteriorate and became a hostile place for life, and in order to restore it, the Anunnaki needed one important element for their atmosphere: gold. Okay, that's what the universe inside you says about Anunnaki. That resembles what Zecharia Sitchin, one of the famous Anunnaki authors, also say. Let's see what Quora say about the Anunnaki. Okay, this guy Amudhan Rajendran says, I'm a bit familiar about Anus, tried somehow. Mysteriously, they were giants, came from the planet X or Nibiru. They has a 3,600-year elliptical orbit, as nearly as 22,000 clay tablets, which says the Anunnakis were the creator of humans, enslaving them for mining gold for their parental planet named Nibiru. They invaded our Earth some 435,000 years ago to dig gold from our very own surface to repair their planet X atmosphere. Thus they genetically altered with primitive mankind for labor force. Having studied about Anunnaki, no wonder we will come into doubt about human evolution. Yes, Anunnaki of Babylon are Nephilim giants, produced from the mixture of dragons, fallen Satan and his followers, and daughters of men. Nimrod, Ishtar were their leader. Babylon is Babel nonsense. Says, forget everything you have read about reptilians, etc. The Anunnaki, Akkadian or Anunna gods, Sumerian, were the Mesopotamian pantheon. They were divided into two main groups, Anunnaki and Igigi. The three main Anunnaki were Anu, the father of the gods, Enlil, who was in charge at Nippur, and Enki, who was in charge at Eridu. They are Sumerian, Akkadian, Assyrian, Babylonian gods. The name specifically refers to being the descendants of Anu, the god of the skies. Some have further taken this to matching them with those who descended from above, the sons of God, angels who fathered the Nephilim in Genesis, and are equating them with the ancient astronaut theory. So among conspiracy theorists, the Anunnaki are the aliens that fostered or uplifted early humans to create our civilizations. These are interesting things about the Anunnaki. and also a bit different interpretation of who they are, how many they were, why they came here, and what our role was with these Anunnaki. If anybody has anything to say, any comment, or knows more about the ancient Sumerian or Babylonian or Assyrian or Akkadian Anunnakis, please leave a comment behind and let me know, or let us know what you think about it. Thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel.